Chinmoy Krishna Das is another name in Bangladesh's 8-point peaceful movement for minority rights. Sanatani have been living a peaceful life all over the world. They are always begging for forgiveness with both hands. Bangladesh has always been a victim of minority persecution. Protests and human chains have been formed in front of the world's most important offices. With the change of government in Bangladesh in 2024, as the level of minority oppression increases, the minorities feel the need to unite among themselves, calling for a peaceful movement united among themselves. And their Chinmoy Krishna Das was elected as the spokesman of the minorities and announced peaceful gatherings in the divisional towns for the realization of 8-point demands. Accordingly, the first public meeting was held in Chittagong on October 25, 2024. The presence of the highest number of minorities in the history of Bangladesh is noticeable in that public meeting. The next rally was held on November 22, 2024 in Rangpur, but despite various obstacles to the rally in Rangpur, the public meeting was held at a different venue. The government got scared seeing the large number of people gathered in that public meeting. They think that if 8 public meetings are held in 8 divisional cities in this way, the minorities cannot be suppressed anymore. So the government arrested him on November 25 when he was leaving from Dhaka airport to Chittagong. The next day, he was arrested for insulting the national flag. A Hindu lawyer is in critical condition in hospital after being attacked in Shaba when minorities erupted in protest after his arrest. The minorities protested against the court in Chittagong, demanding the release of Chinmoy Krishna Das, and they were attacked by the minorities. There, a lawyer named Saiful Alip was killed by the minority, but the blame was put on the peaceful minority. After that, the number of assault cases on minorities increased. Even on the day of the next hearing, the majority in the Chittagong court declared that no lawyer was allowed to appear in the court. 2 lawyers were attacked and beaten up, and their chambers were broken up for appearing as advocates for Chinmoy Krishna Das. Currently, as their situation is critical, some lawyers or minorities are forced to run away from all their activities. Every injustice will be judged, but even though everyone has the freedom to get legal rights, Chinmoy Krishna Das does not have that right. There is no minority assembly or justice in Bangladesh. Minorities are living like this, but they don't have the right to cry. While Chinmoy Krishna Das was in jail, a new case was filed against him. The minorities are scared and speechless with the new case in the name of anonymous 500/600 minorities, including him. A lawyer at the Supreme Court in Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh, is the president of Bangladesh Minority Watch, a human rights organization. When Chinmoy Krishna Das went to stand for bail in the case, he physically assaulted him without allowing him to fight the case. Such is the current picture of minorities in Bangladesh.
আপনি হিন্দু এবং সংখ্যালঘু এই কারণেই আদালতে বিচারকের সামনে আপনি আক্রান্ত হলেন।
Exactly. Due to my religious faith, আমার আজকে সাম্প্রদায়িক ঘটনা ঘটে গেছে, কিন্তু আমাকে এভাবে হ্যারাস করবে I could not expect.
What do the minority people of Bangladesh want and get? Why 8% from 27% in 54 years of independence? In 1971, an independent sovereign state of Bangladesh was regained after fighting with the Pakistanis. The minorities of Bangladesh are almost extinct even today in the chain of subjugation in the independent state. It has fallen from 27% of the total population to 8% today. In 1971, 1 crore people from Bangladesh took refuge in India during the War of Independence. 90% of them were minorities. When the country became independent, all the minorities returned to their own independent land Bangladesh without sheltering in India, but even after returning, they could never enjoy the freedom. All the time they torture, oppress, kill, sleep, murder, terrorize, abduct minority women and girls, convert to Islam, destroy temples and crematoriums, occupy them, forcefully eviction and force them to leave the country without any wrongdoing. No political party is behind in this work. Whenever the political party comes to power, they do their evil deeds on the minorities. It is like a meaningless competition in the extinction of minorities, who is ahead of whom. Especially pre-election and post-election or throughout the year with change of government. Special religious festivals are more prevalent in minority communities. For some reasons, their major religious festivals have to be stopped in some years. The highest level has been achieved in the change of Awami regime in 2024. Although the neighboring country is looking towards India for help to the minorities, since India has not taken any action regarding the minorities of Bangladesh, the minorities of Bangladesh are forced to ask for help from the people of the world. Their only demand is that they can live a free life in their ancestral home. After the independence of the country in 1971, Awami League, BNP Jamaat, National Party, all the political parties have carried out a steamroller of torture on the tribals, including the minorities, Hindu, Buddhist, Christian, of Bangladesh. During the period of 1971 to 2024, torture continued during all the governments, but this level is increasing day by day as no incident has been prosecuted till date. Today the minorities of Bangladesh are in existential crisis due to the lack of justice mentality in all the governments. In 1971 the minority was 27% and in 2024 the number of minorities is 8%. One demand to the people of the world and the World Human Rights Organization is to come forward to protect the minorities from all terrorism and militancy and play a role in protecting them from being wiped out. 3 days during Ershad's tenure in 1990, 27 days after Khalida Zia came to power in 1992, and during the entire period of BNP Jamaat from 2001 to 2006, minorities were tortured. Awami League, the pro-power of the 2009 Liberation War, came to power, but there was no change. The culture of impunity is perpetuated when those in power point the finger at the opposition, due to which the fundamentalist groups are increasing their level day by day. As a result, the support for fundamentalism, terrorism and militancy is increasing. Today they proudly carry out militant activities, but there is no one to watch or stop them. According